Hello, my lovely supporters, and welcome back to the MJ Innocent podcast. I'm your host, Moonwalker Tanya. So we're going to go over the final voting for the poll that I made on the community tab regarding the MJ leaks. 41 people voted, but I want to say thank you to 40 of you because one of the votes actually came from me. Obviously, I couldn't vote on my own post, so I had to log into Tanya files so that I could vote. All right. So out of the 41 people who voted, 49% of you said that you love the leaks. 15% said they are okay. 2% said I don't like the leaks. And 34%, which my vote is included, I don't know if Michael would approve, so I have been avoiding the leaks. Now, before I begin, I just want to say that if you want to listen to the leaks, that's up to you. You know, we're not going to fight about it or anything. Because like I've mentioned many times over the years, as MJ fans, we're not going to agree with each other on everything when it comes to Michael Jackson. It's just best to agree to disagree. Now, one thing I'm not going to tolerate is if I see comments saying like, oh, Tanya, you're missing out on good music. Listen to it, listen to it, listen to it. No! I literally just told you how I voted. And no one can make me listen to the leaks if I don't want to. Now, here's the thing. A few people have also told me that these leaks are not really even considered leaks. It was stuff that was either released like before in the past, which I wouldn't know because, like I said, if it's something I've never heard before, I stay away from it because, well, for that same reason. And some people have been saying that they're just snippets of songs. I think that's the word that they use to describe it. Or it's even AI, which also wouldn't surprise me because AI is getting way out of control these days. Now, I'm not going to say who did this, but two of my moderators sent me some of the leaked stuff. Now, two of the things that were sent to me were Instagram Reels. And I did not know that it included the leaks, so I clicked on them, and I heard Michael singing something I've never heard before, and I'm just going to be honest, the two Instagram Reels that had that stuff, I don't know what the songs were on it, but I did not like it, so I instantly clicked off. And my other moderator sent me Neverland Landing, which I've heard from many people that it's a really good song, but it literally says in the title that it's a leaked song, so I haven't clicked on it, I haven't listened to it, and I'm not planning to do it. Yes, I might be missing out on a really good song, but you do have to remember, like I said in the previous episode, a leak is something that is released without permission. We have to have, there has to be permission at least from the estate in order for something to be released to us. But more importantly, my biggest fear is, would Michael approve? Because Michael was a workaholic and he was a perfectionist. He would not want something to be released to us that wasn't complete and still needed a lot of editing. So I try to stay away from it. I know some fans have complained about things not being released to us, but I mean, do you really want to listen to something that isn't finished and still has a lot of editing that it needs? Because most likely, like this unfinished stuff, it's most likely not even the way that Michael would release it anyway. Now, I know Michael isn't here, but say, for example, if he wrote something like in his computers or on his business files or business records or whatever that said, like, if I pass away, it's okay for you to release this song, this song, this song, this song, and this song, like whenever you want, but not this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, because they're not finished and they still have a lot of work to do on it. Then that would be a different story. But as far as I know, nothing like that has ever been provided to prove that Michael would be okay. And I don't want to possibly listen to something that could upset Michael. Because even though he's not here, he knows what's going on. I have that strong feeling. And some may say, well, Tanya, I mean, you've obviously heard about these unreleased songs. I mean, don't you have like Thriller 40 or something? Oh, you mean this? My unopened copy of Thriller 40? Yeah. I've had it for... I bought it not too long after it was released, and I still haven't opened it. I really only bought it for the collection. There's a lot of unreleased songs I haven't listened to for the same reason. I don't know if they are, that's just the question that I want to know. Are they being released legally, and would Michael be okay with it? And if the answer to those questions is no, then I want nothing to do with them. We have plenty of music from Michael during his solo career, and also from the Jacksons and the Jackson 5. I think there are people who should be grateful for what we do have. Yes, I would love to listen to music that I've never heard before from Michael, to see if I would like it. But not this way. Now, let's see, it was January 5th, Joey was live on his channel, and it was about the leaks, and I was like, just be careful, be careful. And he mentioned some titles. I was only half listening because I don't want to remember the titles of leaks or unreleased stuff that could possibly be given to us illegally. But then he pulled up one of the leaks and was playing it, and I was like, nope, I don't like it. Clicked off. And that's as far as I got when it came to Joey's live on the 5th. Once he started playing the first leak, I was like, nope, I'm done. And then a couple of days ago, Joey went live. And I told him in the live chat that I've been avoiding the leaks. And Joey's like, why are you avoiding the leaks? They are out there. And I was thinking in my head, I don't click on it. I mean, I'm sorry to be a smart mouth, but I mean, if you're trying to avoid leaks, it's very simple. You don't click on it. Now, obviously with Instagram Reels, obviously there's no way of you knowing until you click on it. But when someone sends me like a YouTube video or something, if it says Michael Jackson leak song, I don't click on it. And so I basically said to Joey, I want nothing to do with them because I don't know if Michael would approve. I personally think Michael would be furious. Because we have to face the facts. When it comes to Michael Jackson, there have been many times where both the estate and people who used to know Michael, who do not have Michael's best interest at heart, they only care about clicks, ratings, and money. And I'm not going to give them that. Especially if it's done illegally. And also throughout that stream, Joey was mentioning these titles, I guess, of either leaks or unreleased songs. And again, I didn't want to remember the titles, so I was only half listening. But when he said a title that I've never heard of, I was constantly saying, never heard of it. He mentioned a title, never heard of it. He mentioned another one, never heard of it. And then he said, there's even a song that was leaked, and it's been leaked for 25 years. And I was like, guess what, Joey? Haven't heard it. And then I remember Joey said, well, you do know that this is not like when Brad's laptop was stolen a couple of years ago. And I'm thinking in my head, I know it's not the same thing. I never said it was the same thing. But at the same time, I also know where Joey was coming from because he was trying to prove a point. I get that. But no, I'm just saying that if something is being leaked without permission, then it's wrong to listen to it. That's my personal opinion. And to anyone who still might be confused, let me put it in another way. Back in 2008, when my ex broke up with me, I started to write a book about what happened between us. I was going to have it published. 2 years into making the book, I had like 60 to 80 pages. But then I started to have second thoughts, and I pulled the plug on the book. But here's the thing, though. I still have the draft. It's not finished, and it still needs a lot of editing. So hypothetically, how do you think I would feel if I found out that the draft was leaked and people were reading it when it wasn't finished and still needed a lot of editing? I would be furious because they did not have my permission, and I would never want something to be released when it wasn't finished and still needed editing. Only I have the authority to look at that draft and to decide if it's released or not. So part of me is even thinking about getting rid of the draft, but I don't know. But I hope that clarified some stuff. But like I said, if you want to listen to the leaks, whether if they're leaks, snippets, AI, whatever, I don't know, then that is up to you. But I personally want nothing to do with it. Now, if you're wondering if I've ever listened to unreleased songs, very few. Now, I have listened to Elizabeth, I Love You. I've listened to that song more times than I can count. There was also There Has to Be More to Life Than This by Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury, who are my two favorite artists of all time. Now, there were rumors going around that that was a leaked song, and there were other rumors that it was an unreleased song. So when I found out that it could possibly be a leaked song, I panicked. And I didn't know that at the very beginning. So I've only listened to that song maybe 2 or 3 times. And I don't remember when it was released on YouTube, but I think the last time I listened to it was back in 2023, I believe. Because it's been a while. Because, like I said, I've been avoiding it, even though I loved the song. And Elizabeth, I Love You. I mean, I love that song. I really do. Now, the third song that's been unreleased was Chicago 1945. But I do have a confession to make. I haven't listened to the song entirely. I only listened to part of it. Because as I was listening to it, something in my instincts was telling me, you shouldn't be listening to this. And I was like, oh. And so I clicked off the song. I just had a bad feeling. So, I don't know. I mean, Chicago 1945, like, from what I heard, that was a good song too. But I just try to be careful, and that's just how it is. That's how I am. So, again, I hope this clarified some things, and yeah, let's have a great conversation in the comments. And to anyone who thinks that I'm either overreacting or overthinking this, well, I'd rather take that chance than to listen to something that could possibly upset Michael. That's part of the reason why I've only listened to part of Chicago 1945. But, again, if you want to listen to that stuff, it's up to you. Yeah. But, yeah, if anyone is upset that I'm not listening to the leaks, well, then I have something to tell you. It doesn't have any effect on me because I'm not here to please anybody. If it's something that I don't want to do, then I'm not going to do it. MJ haters can't tell me what to do, and neither can MJ fans. Like I said, if you want to listen to the leaks, then we'll just have to agree to disagree, and it's that simple. All right. So I love you guys, and I will see you in the comments.